Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Ariana. I work on the contributor success team at GitLab, and I'm the host of this meeting. Usually people just drop in and drop out, ask some questions. So I'm here to help you if you have any questions about contributing or GitLab.
Yeah, so I just started today and I was thinking like I should set up the GitLab Git to start working on the contribution, or should I do a setup from scratch? I have checked like what I'm going to work on.
Mhm.
So what do you prefer? Like, is it very hard to set up on local machine? Because my machine only has like 8 GB of RAM, and it is mentioned that you need at least 16 GB RAM and 30 GB uh, hard disk. So,
Yeah, so you're probably not going to have enough computing power to install the GDK
yeah.
locally, and the GDK is the GitLab development kit. So yeah, I'd recommend probably working on Gitpod, which is a like a cloud-based IDE. Um, and so I can show you how to do that. If you're making more simple like text changes, we have a web IDE that you can open directly from GitLab,
Yes, so
but that has more
I was
limited
trying
functionality.
to work on the Robocop, like
Hmm.
fixing those for Rails section. So I think I have to check as well the Robocop, like if what I'm getting in the files, and like if it is possible to autocorrect by Robocop, or I have to change it manually. So I will start from machine if I can. Otherwise, I'll switch to the pod. But you can tell me how to work on the pod.
Um, yeah, so I'll just show you real quick. Are you on our community forks yet?
Yeah, I think I got in. My request got approval.
Okay, cool. So you should already be in the community forks. Let me share my screen. Yeah, so to use Gitpod, you can go, should be able to go, and it's not, the option's not popping up. That's weird. One second, let me, apparently I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
I'm looking, okay, GitLab community fork. Let me go to, this is one of our tutorials.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the direct link to it, which I can share in this chat. Um, Trying to get back to the meeting. Um, yeah, so you can go to launch GDK and Gitpod, and that will launch it on the GitLab community fork. So then you would continue with GitLab. And I will warn you that the first time you open a Gitpod, it will take a long time to build.
Okay.
But so like this, it'll probably take 20 minutes to build. It has to pull and then create it. And then next time you open it, it should be a little faster.
Okay.
Um, so this is what I was looking for, is this button right down here. But I guess I have to install the extension in order to see it on the actual code. So should be able to, yeah. So I guess you just have to install an extension in your browser to get this button that will
Okay.
directly open the Git pod.
And then I can do like I can, it's a interface or it's a virtual machine kind of thing, right? And I can.
Yeah, it's like a cloud environment that has all of
Okay.
the like dependencies and stuff loaded in. So you can do pretty much anything you would do natively.
Okay.
We do also have a VM called GitLab in a box or GDK in a box. Um, but it does have a 10 GB image, so not sure
Yeah.
what your option or like what your computing is like, but GDK in a box, basically you set up a VM.
Okay.
So works well. Since I have like a souped up developer laptop, I mostly run GDK locally, but I have like a pretty powerful laptop that can
Yeah.
handle it.
Yeah, so I have a pretty basic one because it's just for, because right now I'm not working anywhere and I'm just doing everything on my machine, so it's
Mhm.
sometimes really not working, like it's not good right now.
Yeah, I had the same issues recently. I was not working for a while before I joined GitLab, so I was using like a MacBook Air from 2017,
Yeah,
which
same,
is not,
same.
yeah, not ideal to code on.
Yeah, same for me. That's
Oh
the.
yeah. Yeah, I tried to run Docker and it just was like not working. I had to like hack it to get Docker to start anyway. But then GitLab hired me, so now I have a better computer.
Okay. So, how do you suggest like what issues to pick and how to read, like, because I just started, I wanted to know like where to go, how to read, because it's a very lengthy project and I
Mhm.
know there are some tagging happen like issues, quick wins for backend developers, but still, like, is there anything you could recommend or suggest to work on issues, like how to proceed?
Yeah. So right, well, first of all, right now, today we just kicked off our hackathon. And so the hackathon happens usually once a quarter. So any merge requests open from today until the 30th are eligible or they qualify and you get some points just from opening it, but then it has to be merged within 30 days to get like the full amount of points, and then we announce the winners and they get some cool prizes. So just first of all, if you're looking to like get started right now, it's a good time because you'll get some swag credits to our contributor store. Um
Okay.
and if you want to work on some hackathon stuff, we do have two teams that curated issues. Um, so this is publicly, like this is all open. Oops. Where did it go? One problem with working here is that all of your tabs have foxes on them. What was I even opening? I was gonna
Uh,
show you. Oh, I remember.
I was looking at the Knowledge Group Hackathon January 2025.
Yeah,
Is that,
that's another one. So yeah. And like what your backend, are you Ruby?
yeah, I'm Ruby on Rails developer.
That's
There are two
pages.
things. One is for the page domain type in GraphQL edition, and there's one more for the mutation, I think. There are two tasks.
Are you interested in either one of them?
Yeah, so that's why, because it's in GraphQL, so I can add, but how much it is going to impact to the project, because I have just started, so I don't know,
Hmm.
like I don't want to touch anything and then like
So we have code review. So if you make a change that's gonna break something or it's just totally out there, someone will comment. I mean, so basically let me just walk you through the process. So you see an issue you want to work on. That every issue you work on should have an implementation plan. In Well, this one doesn't. It has a summary, so that's oh, here it is, the implementation guide. So every ticket you work on should have an implementation guide that tells you how to get started. So if you wanted to work on this issue, you could ping me or um ask like on the Discord, or you could we have a command GitLab bot help. And if you type that in, then it'll send a message to our merge request coaches. And so you can say at GitLab bot help, can I be assigned to this issue? And then they can like we have permissions to add the assignees, so then they can add you as an assignee. And then you're ready to start working. Say you get in Gitpod, and then you'll open a merge request. And in the merge request, once you're ready for it to be reviewed, you'll do at GitLab bot ready, and that will message someone in the relevant group to review your merge request.
Okay.
And so I would recommend don't ever just like type a comment without tagging anyone or anything, because we do have a really large organization, and we don't like go and check every issue every day to see if anyone's commented on it. So yeah, GitLab bot is your friend, and then you'll go through some reviews. If it's simple, probably won't take that long. And then once the required approvals are done, one of us will be able to merge it, or we might have already set it to auto merge once the approvals come.
Okay.
I think that's pretty much the process. The two best places to get help are at GitLab bot help, and then on our Discord in the contribute channel.
Okay. So first thing I should go and set up the Git pod and then start working on something. Yeah.
Yeah, so set up the Git pod. And yeah, I recommend we have like 3 issues that we recommend for someone's first contribution. There's the Rubocop one that you were looking at. Sorry. And then we have this one, which is not really a code change. It's just updating the alt text for images.
Mhm.
So if you don't want to do a code change, you can also pick one up from here. I'll drop that in the chat as well.
Okay.
So there's this one. And we also have one that's misspellings.
Okay. Yeah, these are the good ones to start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just pick up like 1 or 2 fixes in it in an MR, in a merge request, because we do try to save those so people who are new can do one. We don't actually want to solve all of them right away.
Correct. I have, because I've seen the title is written like that, so everyone can
Mhm.
contribute, right?
People don't read it necessarily, so just putting it out there.
Yeah, that's okay. Sure. It was great. Like I got a path or something to like where to start. It was great. Glad I joined this meeting.
Uh, yeah, thanks for joining. Always happy to meet new contributors. And I host this every week, same time. We also have
Okay.
a pairing session that is on Tuesdays. That's earlier. I think it's at UTC 8 p.m. So I'm not sure what time zone you're in, but
I'm
that's
in AST.
Oh, yes. So yeah, so that's super early for you then. So
Yes.
definitely Thursdays. Yeah, I'm in the East Coast as well.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't have any other questions. Thank you so much, Ariana.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye. So
Hello.
I'm Ariana. I work at GitLab on the contributor success team and I host the pairing. So welcome. It's usually a drop
Hello.
in, drop out thing. People will ask questions and leave or sometimes hang out.
I worked at GitLab for some months, a
Oh,
long,
really?
long time ago, and also I met Dmitry Zaporozhets in person in Kharkiv once
Oh,
upon a time.
really? Well, so
Yeah,
you're familiar with GitLab then.
yeah. And hackathon had been started, and I just walked around, followed some links, lead ticket posted in the issues. Uh, GitLab contributor platform is kind
Mhm.
of nice thing for me. And then after reconnecting to Discord, I noticed that, okay, the pairing is happening right now. Why don't I join and listen?
Yeah, so I just had one person already today and she had never contributed before, so I just kind of walked her through getting set up and stuff. So nothing
Mhm.
particularly exciting today. But yeah, sometimes we get people that are trying to get set up. Sometimes they're already working on an issue and like have a question about how to find help or something like that. And sometimes they have an actual coding question and then we'll dig into that.
Mhm. Yeah, I have no questions from my side. Actually, I know everything I want. And I have others who are scary to contribute. They think that it requires at least a decade of experience
It
with
doesn't.
Ruby and Rails before even trying to start GDK. Actually, some unexpected behaviors are expected, and especially when, let's say, Windows, this new or already feature-proofed thing like Ubuntu,
Mhm.
something is in place and then GDK is running at that environment, and then something fancy appears, and the laptops are not so powerful for
Mhm.
new people, and so on and so on and so on and so on.
Yeah, so
So,
that's one of the reasons we recommend like Gitpod or the web IDE if it's someone's like first contribution, so they don't have to go through the process of setting up GDK, which especially if you're not a super experienced programmer, can be a little difficult. We
yeah.
also have the Git GDK in a box, which is like a virtual machine container thing, and we are working on getting a Docker
Hmm.
container. Some people are already running on Docker. We have like an open merge request that people are using somehow to run GDK from Docker. So it's in process. I don't know. When
Hmm.
did you work here? How long ago?
OKR's initiative, when work items were rethought and objectives and key results were introduced for
Oh yeah.
Ultimate Tire. Are you
Um
are you working actually with OKRs on GitLab platform
y-
itself?
yeah, we have OKRs like for our team. And then I think there's like department wide OKRs as well.
And if I ask you to walk me through publicly available OKRs for your team, I just want to see the
Yeah,
user
sure.
interface, how it behaves nowadays, because we tried to do our best and still some nesting, some tooltips, and so on and so on were challenging. And then unfamous layoff, and then
So
um,
yeah, so this is how we do OKRs. We're just doing them in an issue. So I'm not
mhm.
sure what you mean by like you developed the OKRs, because I think we're just using the same mechanism as like opening an issue.
It is called work item, and from the GraphQL and all this fancy backend to front-end communication, it is more like Epic, not like
Okay,
an issue. And it uses issues
sub
table
issues.
under the hood. So if someone wants to change a parent for the key result,
Change
is
the
dra
parent.
yeah, is drag and drop available? Like generate 700,
Yeah, it looks like
move.
it. You can drag and drop.
This is the prioritization, like in any issue board, but moving the key result to another objective to make it different.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
If you open the last one, the tree of the last with customer, no, the objective. So the
So
first
like
one
one of these.
expanded and the last one expanded objective. Yeah, and then is it possible to move the key result from the last one, not an objective itself, but particular key result, from the last one to some another?
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like it.
it may work.
Someone's gonna message me and be like, why did you move everything around? I don't know
Yeah.
if we could directly track that though. So hopefully I don't get in trouble.
Under the hood, all these things are recorded. And
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like
yeah.
as far as how the feature works.
And I see it. It's very nice. It has the child items. Not sure if delivery progress is available, kind of percentage for tracking the success as OKR framework classic authors advice. But yeah, feature is in place. Thank you for this small demo.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. You must have worked at GitLab longer than me. I've only worked here for 4 months.
4 months was my actual tenure.
Oh, really?
Then I started community contributions, tried this thing, that thing, tried to learn Vue.js, failed, and but it was nice experience.
Cool. Yeah, we'd love to have you back if you have any bandwidth to pick up more issues.
I have kind of team who are not yet formed, but I'm gathering people from here and from there. And what would you recommend to some people who are not yet even juniors, just finished their either graduation or some programming bootcamp?
Yeah, so we have see. I'm trying to think of how to get to where I want. Yeah, so you'll want to search by labels. First one is Quick Win, which is what we recommend for all of our contributors unless they're, they've been with us for a while. And then you can search on docs only.
Maybe some particular department, like planning. Only 4 issues are available, so
Yeah,
that's pretty enough.
think we have some in GitLab. That path would work. We should have some in here too.
Is this session recorded?
Yeah, it is.
Nice. So then I'll just push the recording from GitLab unfiltered, so then they can watch.
I will make sure to post it on there. I don't know why this is taking so long. So my understanding is this search is still using SQL. But if you go to this search, it's using Elasticsearch. So it'll be a lot better if you're not searching on like a label or assignee. Having issues right now, though. Already loaded. Possibly the 1,000 tabs I have open is slowing down my computer. Or we have an issue. Okay, well, so imagine we search the same thing in this project. Another thing that we've been doing for the hackathons is teams will curate issues for the hackathon. So a lot of these are already assigned now, but basically this knowledge group for the hackathon, they had a lot of issues they wanted picked up, some of which have an additional community bonus on it. And so when you get contributor credits, you can come to our contributor store. And we just ordered some new swag, but we haven't gotten it to put it in the store yet. So this will all be some new stuff at least coming soon. And so you have all this. Sorry, go back.
Back in 2023, the delivery was kind of a challenge. Not every country were in the list where the partner can deliver swag.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons that we also offer this digital option, so you don't need to get mailed the swag. And so you can plant a tree in our GitLab forest, and it'll have your name on it. If we load, planted for Reza, and then you can go and find out where the tree was planted, how it's going, and stuff about it, how it's benefiting. So that's just a pretty cool little reward we're offering now.
Absolutely. Super nice.
Yeah. If you have a group of people that want to commit to fixing some issues, I can also as a team we can try to curate something like this with issues for your team. But obviously that requires some investment from our side. So we can do that, but only if you think your people are gonna want to participate.
No, not yet. The challenge here is that GitLab itself and the code base and the documentation and all the processes under the hood are require patience and reading and understanding and asking questions and taking some time to process the answers. But people are so ambitious. They just try. I'll try it for half a day, and if I fail, I'll go to something else.
Yeah, and that's something we definitely understand, how hard it is and how complicated it is to jump in, and we're trying to make it easier. But it is still a lot of information, and no matter how we rewrite it or how succinct it is, it's still a lot of information. So people just, for now, at
Mhm.
least until we find another way, they just have to just read some of it at least.
Talking about Ruby and Rails, I have in mind some gradual evolutionary path when someone starts from super simple open source command line library. They can contribute like the documentation, some RSpec tests, maybe some new features. It is super small. It can be grasped during a week entirely. Not Rails itself, not GitLab itself. Then we move to some bigger platform or a project. There are plenty of them which use Rails under the hood and provide some basic things and require documentation, require more time, and then maybe some third level, or maybe GitLab can be this third level. Starting from smaller things to medium to something big. And I guess this is a huge booster for any engineer CV.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in addition to like looking good on a resume, it also helps them build the skills technically, but also on how to work at a large organization,
Mhm.
and do merge requests and code review and all of that. So it's definitely very helpful for people starting out their career if they can figure out how to get into contributing.
Yeah, definitely. What would be your advice to yourself when you started engineering?
Um, I don't know. It's so different now. I've been like a professional software engineer for like 7 or 8 years or something. So it's hard to think of, I guess, I don't know, be patient, ask for help. If you're spending days on something, ask for help from someone. And it's so different now with AI too. That wasn't around when I started, but use AI, like definitely use it. It's a huge help, but don't rely on it. Don't have it write all your code, because you, like, as a junior engineer, you need to learn how to do all of this by like hand basically before you can just have AI generate a program for you, and then you can, like, edit it and use it as your own. But you have to know how to actually do it before you can have AI do it for you.
Definitely. It's not about engineering only. That's about entirely everything.
Right.
Who wants to write essays? Nobody wants. And to then evolve and polish some skills to write really great essays.
Mhm.
Someone have to start from small, maybe use AI for some super boring thing, but limited usage, and then grow this as a skill. No other way is possible yet.
Yeah. Well, I have to hop to another meeting, but it was nice chatting with you. I will make sure this gets posted on Unfiltered, so you can send it to your team.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye.
now.